Good morning. I think it is morning. It's a Monday morning. We're in July. So 24, 26, 26th of July. We're going to have to get a little hand put on this watch. 8:30. Now usually I'm up at the crack of dawn. Well, let me just show you this now, because what I was saying the other day, it's looking a little bit more swirly now. And this is where people come unstuck. It's all swirly. Not too sure if that's showing on camera. But it is ebbing, so it's not going to drag you towards the bridge. But like I say, it is a bit swirly. And it's just over 6 foot, so there's not much chance of anything that's coming from any of the boatyards other than a day boat going under there. Anyway, where was I? I'm having to go into hiding. I was kidnapped yesterday by beer monsters, forcing large quantities of alcohol down my neck. Now I like a drink now and again, especially on holiday when I don't have to drive my car. And then next week when I've got apprentice helmsman, oh dear. But anyway, so Terry and Sue Latham and Michael and Jackie Walton are very friendly, but they're not very good at like getting coffees and things. And oh, poor Jackie. Now this is a true story. Oh, it's a shame really. Yeah, so anyway, I'm having to go into hiding, as I say. Where was I? God, I don't even know where I am. I'm having to have a rest because I need a blood transfusion in a bit. Get a bit more blood back in my alcohol stream. On oh dear, on Saturday we met up with Terry and Sue, and well, we stayed out later than we expected, let's put it that way. So we'd agreed that yesterday we'd have a couple in the Falgate in the afternoon, not have a late night. Anyway, what I'm doing now is I'm going walking down the other side of the banking. I'll try and see if Goose Hand is still here, which Michael and Jackie are on. And I'll tell you about poor Jackie in a minute. Slow you down. What's that mean? Well, it's for cars, isn't it? I can't walk any slower. Yeah. So that was the plan, and then Michael contacted me and we met up. It was quite funny because I came back and said, oh, I was saying, see you tomorrow to Terry and Sue. I'm nipping in the Falgate. Indeed, no, we're already in the Falgate, aren't we? In the Narada. To meet up with Michael and Jackie. But then they decided, well, I said, are you coming in for one or what? So anyway, I don't know what time that was, but it wasn't very late. I ended up in there till bloody 9:30. It was probably about 5 o'clock, something like that. Good grief, it was ridiculous. Just kept buying beers and... Well, right, so Michael came in and he were asking everybody what they want to drink. Jackie said she'd have... Well, I can't remember what she said at that point. So Michael comes back with everybody's drinks except Jackie. Poor Jackie. And then I was getting them in. So Jackie wanted a J2O. I come back without a drink. She thought I was winding her up like it was a joke, but it wasn't. I forgot. Totally forgot. Sorry about that, Jackie. Anyway, it was a good night again in the Narada. Landlord's a lovely guy. He actually bought me a pint. Fair play to him. I think he probably recognised the amount of money I'll be spending in there this week. So it's handback day today. There's been a few boats coming in. I'm guessing Goosehander must be right down in the quiet moorings. Not too sure I can walk that far this morning. Unless they've gone. I haven't checked in with them. Is this the Roger Moore's windmill? It's down here somewhere. The Bond Mill, I think it's called. But you check it out, look at the prices. Not cheap for a week in this place, if this is it. So, I'm on the quiet moorings. So, if you want a nice peaceful, it's only what, 10-minute walk down to Lotham's from here. But this is not where they are now, are they? Down a bit farther down, there's some more moorings down there. I can't tell, but I will go and have a look. So the plan for today is go in the opposite direction to the piss heads. Well, not exactly really, but we're going to have a walk down from here all the way on the other side of the river, and there's the Helter Skelter Dutch Touch. So we'll be walking behind that from about 10 o'clock down to Womack. I'm going to see when we get there how long that's taken us, and then might have a walk up to Ludham Bridge and see the shenanigans going on up there. Well, Terry and Sue were there on one day. They've been here for 2 weeks, the second week now, and they went one day last week. They said it was absolute pandemonium, and they saw, I can't say her name, secret, new name, same me, filming. So check her video out for that day, because apparently the boats all over the place, blocking the bridge and everything. I'll have to check that one out myself. Yeah, so I think this is Roger Moore's. In fact, it is. He used to own this. I'm thinking, yes, Bond Island. Oh. Someone doing the makeup over there, I better move. She might think I'm perving. Shaken, not stirred. I mean, it is nice, but like I say, it's not the cheapest place to stay on the roads. But check it out, have a look at the pictures inside. It looks really nice. I got back to the apartment last night. Well, Christine had to come down and let me in. Force of habit, I opened a can. 2 mouthfuls and I were asleep. Still in the fridge that. I don't know if it's going to be alright after, but we will see. So anyway, the weather, it's a bit cloudy again, but it's nice. It's just sort of nice temperature. Tomorrow's forecast peeing down all day, and then Wednesday, Thursday, showers. But I always say it, you can never tell off that bloody weather forecast when you're in Norfolk, because it has its own ecosystem down here. It don't conform to standards of the rest of the of England. Well, we have our own ecosystem around Manchester. Pisses down all the time. I think there's one at Lake District that has more rain than us. Right, well maybe they've gone, because I can't see Goose Under. I don't think there's any more moorings past here. I'll end up down at Thorndyke, won't I? And we know what happens when I get there. So half a day from £42, full day from £70. That is at Maycraft. I don't know how much hours are, because it's included in the price. But, I was thinking of just hiring one for half a day, maybe tomorrow. But because we've got one Thursday, and we're on Silver Cloud on Saturday, I think Christine thought it'd be better to keep the money for her beers and stuff rather than waste it on a boat. She's very practical, you know, like that. See, this is another quiet moorings. It's really awkward mooring up though and casting off, because you have to do it like turn your engine off when you're coming into the side, and you have to push it off like and let it drift out before you can turn your engine on. Joking about that. Don't do that. That won't be in my safety briefing for Joe next week. In fact, that'll be Wednesday. I'm going to get him round the table, and well, there's no point, is there? But he forgot it by Saturday. Oh well, he'll get a taste of it on Thursday on the day, but that is going on. So Michael and Jackie have gone. They have an early start because it says they're going to Ramworth, trying to get in there. So we're hoping to get another catch up next week when we're on Silver Cloud. But then I'll have my wife and daughter to keep me in tow. So I have to behave myself a little bit. More so with my daughter, really. A bit of a despot. Yeah, so the time's now just gone 9 o'clock. 9:05. Ooh, nettles. And we're heading, well, I said we'll set off about 10 o'clock. Said we'll set off about 10 o'clock, have a walk down to Womack, and then possibly, if my ankle, which doesn't feel too bad at the moment, if my ankle's okay and Christine's okay, then we possibly might go to Ludham Bridge, like I say. Now then, all the cows are sat down here. That means it's going to rain, doesn't it, I think? Allegedly. Any idea when it's going to rain, girls? I think that might tomorrow. Well, that reminds me, I've got to try to remember not to mention anything about eating meat. Vegetarian now, my daughter. Well, each of their own. I couldn't see me not eating meat all my life. I do like a bit of chicken mainly, pork. I'm not too keen on sausages, to tell you the truth. And she sent me a video of this abattoir. Oh my god, it was disgusting what they were doing with them pigs. It got closed down. I'm not too sure whether it was in Lincolnshire somewhere. But if you've ever seen the video, you probably won't eat pork again. Well, it's not put me off completely, like I said, but it was absolutely horrendous what they were doing with the pigs. They were, oh god, they weren't even killing them humanely. They were hitting them on the head with hammers and things like that, and dragging them. Oh god, right, anyway, I'm going to make me feel ill. I'm gonna have my breakfast yet. I won't be having sausages or bacon, I don't think. No shit. Well, there's quite a few people over at Airboats for the day boats. I'm going to go and check after, make sure they've got us booked in for Thursday. We'll see if we have to do that, and then keep in malarkey. Well, the bridge pilot's got an easy job, hasn't he? He's not going to get through there. Yeah, I think that's going to seem a bit strange for me, actually, doing that low to the water. Well, I just asked them there at Phoenix, whatever it's called, if there's any vacancies for a bridge pilot, but there isn't apparently. I said I fancy that job. Don't do much work there, would you? Now, I've just been looking at these electric day boats. I think it was 4 hours, 88 quid. She won't let me pay that much. She'll want that for beer money. I'm now going to check over at, what's it called it? At our place, but Woods. See what the crack is there, see how much it is with our 25% discount. I will wait until all these 9 o'clockers have gone. Well, he's going for it on the marathon boats. Get your head down, that's it. Ooh. Jocelyn. See, they have to be able to go through the other one, not the final one. You don't want to spend all week on this side of the bridge, do you? But, yeah, see, that job as a bridge pilot, it has its ups and downs, doesn't it? I mean, you probably only do about 5 a year, but you have to keep your hand in, otherwise you'd be crashing them into the bridge. There's quite a few chunks out of that bridge, isn't there? It's not quite the action you get at Ludham Bridge, which we might get there later, don't know yet. There then. When do these do breakfast? Right. Child labour. Well, a little bit later than I anticipated. We've just been trying to 20 to 11. Not too sure how long this is going to take. Just been trying to book a day boat for tomorrow afternoon, but everything's pre-booked. We've got to come and check tomorrow. We've still got the one on Thursday, but we've just fancied it. Like, weather's forecast supposed to be raining tomorrow, so we thought, well, get on the day boat. It's got a cover on it. So anyway, we'll see. So we're off on another walk now. I'm just about to go over the bridge again. So we're on Herbert Wood's side and we're off down to Ludham. Now, as I mentioned earlier, not too sure whether we'll be going to Ludham Bridge or not. See how the missus and see how my ankle is. So there she is on the bridge, waiting for me. I think she wants to throw me off there. Yeah, so it's just straightforward basically all the way down, I think. And then I think there might be a little bridge, footbridge I've seen on the map. So we will see. Let's see what happens. So basically, I'll show you now anyway. Going over the bridge and then straight down where those people are coming up. We're going straight down there as far as we can. We could get a fishing launch, but there's no plug in it. That's a fishing one. This is the Helter Skelter. Merlin, little barge. Cows are stood up now. I don't think they know what they're talking about, them cows, do they? Now I don't think, unless I had a little day boat to get all my gear from the car park down there, I don't think I'd fancy staying in one of these cottages. It's too bloody far to walk up with all your stuff. Same as them yesterday, weren't it? As on the other side of the river. Look at that. Don't let your dog have a poo, I think that means. It's gone very muggy again. No wind. Now this guy here, who's in the sailing dinghy, he was just rowing a minute ago with an oar because there's no wind for him. Piranhas. Right, so when we get to this little building, there's that's the bridge that I was talking about, a footbridge there. There is a path that goes up to the path that we do normally from Womack, and we're going to come back that way. But the route I've got planned is to go straight up the river, up to Womack Dyke. But hopefully that's what we can do. Well, unfortunately, due to a combination of weather and being near too many people, I don't like to disturb people. I like to do this sort of thing early in the morning, and obviously it's light at 5, so I'm not getting up at 5. So unfortunately this is the only drone footage I have in the whole 2 weeks, which I'm a bit annoyed about, to tell you the truth. Oh, it's getting a bit warm again now. It reckons it's only like 22 degrees today, top temperature, but when there's not much breeze about it, I feel it, and it's a bit muggy. So here we are now. Just the onto yard down there, and we're right on the corner. I didn't even remember seeing a building on the corner of Womack Dyke, but obviously there is, because it's there. So we're not far off now, off the village really. You can't get over to that, can you? Not through all these reeds. So have a look what the wildlife is like. Yeah, you can't get close up. Right, yeah, so the path now takes us down to Womack Dyke, and the moorings will just be on my left, going down. Your left as well, that way. So we're thinking we get to the King's Arms, it's lunchtime. I don't normally do lunch and evening meals, but only had a slice of toast for breakfast, so might just have a look at the menu. What is it going on over there? And then we'll decide whether we're going to go over to Ludham Bridge or not. I mean, that's not too bad of a walk, that's probably about 45 minutes, maybe a bit more, but then it's the walking back that's going to be the problem, especially if I get dragged in the dog in as well, and then the King's Arms on the way back. Yeah, so that could be the problem. So I think this is the path that Daniel was looking for when he said he was going to walk down to the Thurn. But there is another path that we'll be going back on, hopefully. Well, I hope it's there, because I've just told a family down there who's walked it from here. They're going on the way to Potterham. Told them about it. So, better exist. Okay, I'll just pause the video there a minute to show you the route, basically. Well, this was what should have been the route. Now, you can't see my finger pointing at the screen, but if you can see Ludham Bridge, Iron Bridge and Boatyard, where the start is. So we follow the river right the way down to Womack Water, and then we go up to down to Ludham, and then the plan, see, it does pay to look at your map now and again. The plan was to walk back up where it says the beaches, Mill Hill, down Lower Farm, Dyke End, and then down the path over the footbridge. Total malfunction of the Sat Nav, and well, what can I say, we ended up coming back the same way. Slightly different, not right the way down Womack Water, but the path where it says Boatyard, there's a little path that runs over Horse Fen. You can see just a little green path there. Oh, that's the one that we went on. Yeah. Pay more attention, David. Well, I hope my newfound method of pausing the video isn't annoying you too much, but if I was to watch this little bit of a clip and try to explain what I thought, then it would have been gone, would have been in the pub by the time I finished it. So basically, this is one of the things I talk about mooring again, with the tide. Now, it's still tidal down Womack Water, but it's not as tidal as other places, obviously. But these here on the boat, the guy on the front, he's tying the front rope up, and in the meantime, the back end, the lady on the back's trying to, well, she's got a rope, she can't get off, and the back end is just swinging round.
So what I would have done there is I would have probably just, well, first of all, it wasn't running through too fast, so if you'd have got in side on and the one at the back had have got off first, then there'd have been no problem. I will just let it run in a minute so you can, I can't understand, well, maybe he knew what he was trying to do with his instructions, but I couldn't work it out properly. Or if you hadn't have got inside on, and I would have probably just reversed into that because it wasn't running too fast. So if you reverse in, you've got your back end going in first. Anyway, that's just me. I'm no expert. Now, this is what happens when you tie the front rope up first.
That way. The red one. That way. Look at left. Now over it. Going hard reverse. Right, forward. Up forward. Well, now they've gone out. Put it in neutral. Right, hard reverse, then neutral. Neutral. Right, that. Right, now
I won't embarrass them anymore by standing there watching. But this is what happens when they should have tied the back rope up there first. I weren't going to tell them because obviously it's too late. But the tide is coming in, so even up at Womack Dyke it can be tied, well it is tied everywhere obviously. So the back end's swinging round before she can get in the rope, so if they'd done the back one first, the front one would have stayed where it was. So anyway, just a little tidbit for you. I can smell varnish. Or creosote, one of the two. So we just come past, well we're just on the side of Hunter's Yard, and yeah, those that were trying to moor up there, you see, if you think about it, say you're going with the tide, well the best thing to do is moor against the tide basically, but if you are going with the tide like that and you've got bow thrusters on, the tide's not that strong, and you've got two people with the ropes, you would do the back one first, because then the front end would just stay into the key heading, the banking. But as you've seen there, if you did the front one first, then the back one just swings round, going with the flow. Somebody just said that actually on Facebook, go with the flow. What?
Yeah, it's a footpath.
Yeah, that's where we normally when we're doing that walk all the way around. Right. That's the way we're going to go back.
Is it? That's what I was doing.
Yeah. Don't worry, it's all up here. Inbuilt sat navigation, Sat Nav. Yeah, so there, that's before we got on the boat. A tip for Joe. Well, he's not even here, so. And Lucy will be. Now there's another one. I just mentioned Christine. Now Christine never does this because she's quite bright, really. Sometimes. Brownie points.
None whatsoever.
No brownie points.
What arrogance.
Hey? What? I said you.
I know it's just right, you sent to me on this picture. You're going to cut that out?
No. So what I was saying is when you're staying on mooring, the person who's getting off the boat, who's stepping off, not jumping, should keep hold of the boat until it gets to the quay heading, because if the elm can't see the bank and gives it a clout, you're going to go over the back of the boat onto the bank, or worse, into the river. What, Little Holland? Oh, don't get me going about that place, we've got gazumped on that. Apparently they wouldn't wait for me to win the lottery. I don't know why it's called Little Holland, it's bloody massive. Right.
Holland's a bit bigger.
So we're now on Horsefen Road that takes us down to the Staithe, then onto the village,
And then, as I've just said before, we'll decide what we're going to do from there. We'll have a team meeting. In my dreams. So we're at the stair. I don't know if you can see over my shoulder there. There's not much room for boats, as you would expect. It's a bit like Ranworth here. Well, there's a bit of space there. Get a couple of boats in there, couldn't you? Yeah. Nice spot for a picnic down here. Keep walking, don't go in that shop. Double line and bunting. Antiques, books and collections, collectibles. Have you been in there? These apartments here, we almost booked one of these because we was getting desperate. We were trying to get in a boat for this week. No chance there was that apartment available in here, but then I managed to find the one at Butterham, which we thought would be a bit better because there's more things going on at Butterham.
Isn't it, we could get these 2 bedroom rather than that.
Was this one bedroom?
Yeah.
Was it? Yeah. So.
Hi.
Yep. Right. Yeah. So. On the way to the village, the butcher's, post office, supermarket. I'm sure there's something else. It's gone, it's slipped my mind. It came to me in the end. The word I was looking for, it was pub. And I think we're going to have some lunch. Oh, I've actually. Oh no, let me heck. Smells absolutely, it's making me hungry. Now and then, if you're down at Warmike, the King's Arms, the carvery is the best I've ever had anyway. My local's Toby Carvery. I think I've eaten in there twice. But the carvery here, we always try and get here for when it first starts, which on the Wednesday is 6 o'clock I think, and on the Sunday 12 o'clock. So, it's on the cards for October for sure now. We could actually come Wednesday if Lucy and Joe get down in time. Cheers. Something nice and refreshing. So we're having a look at the menu. Have you seen anything on there that you like, dear?
I've not had a chance yet. I'll read.
Alright, I'll leave you to it for a minute then.
Will they get Richie's name back?
Oh dear, I don't know. I think it's time to be a bit more adventurous, like have mussels or something. Oh, I don't feel like moving now. It's a nice lunch in the King's Arms. Could have gone to sleep there. Crispy, what was it? No, it wasn't. What was there? Breaded chicken and bacon salad with a balsamic dressing. This is quite nice. Do we need anything from the shop? Do you know? No. Crackers? I'm not bothered. So we're not going to Ludham Bridge because my leg's giving way now. I need to sit down. What am I looking at?
The sky.
What about it?
Very dark.
Think it's going to rain? Oh, I felt a speck before, but yesterday it was supposed to rain, and that's all I felt, a little speck up. Right, so I'll put you back over and get up back the top of Horsefen Road.
that a coating ritual or are they having a scrap? Christine, on that sign what I was talking about.
Oh yeah. That's what I was saying about Monzi, is the one in Norfolk.
So it must be just Wednesdays and Thursdays then.
Thank you
So
very
that's
much.
just Wednesday. Dirty burgers, loaded fries and runny sides. Right, so I'm just waiting for Christine now in the loo. Oh, she's here. Is she? Nope. Thought it was her though. Oh. Seen quite a few Christine lookalikes this week. Might have to edit that bit out. Yeah, so she didn't go to the loo at the King's Arms where I did. It's not quite the same for women, is it, if you're having a walk and you're taking short. Right, us men will just do it anywhere really. Here she is. Did everything come out alright? Did everything come out alright? Did everything come out alright when you were in the toilet?
How weird. What are you doing?
So we're back at Hunter's Yard, and that's the path, the little path there that we came down from Womack Dyke. But we're not going back that way. We're hoping that, as long as this is not blocked off, we're hoping to go down here, down this path. Which you can go all the way down. Dodgy parking there. Yeah, this is, if you've seen my walks before, you'll have seen this on the circular Ludham walk, and I'm hoping that we don't miss it. There's a path that goes directly across down to the river with a bit of luck. We will see. Oh, this is Ludham and Potterian Marshes National Nature Reserve. You are here. So, the circular walk that we normally do, let's get my bearings right here, as we go down all the way down there, up to this road, and then up here, and then across that, back to Ludham and then back round. So, before we came all the way down this way, and down the dyke, and now we're going to go up there and go down that one, I think. Yes, the inbuilt Sat Nav malfunctioned while we were in the King's Arms, and I just looked at the map because I printed a map off for all these walks. It's a good thing to check it now and again. Now, the route I'd set was this walk that we're doing now. You go to the end of here and you turn up left, and then you turn left on the path that takes you back down to the village, and that's where we're supposed to have, should have come. We weren't supposed to be walking back down here onto this path, but now we're here, we might as well. So we're going to come to the same place where we would turn off this path. It's probably made it a little bit shorter actually. So
Yeah, it's just as well I've rebooted the Sat Nav. The problem with this path, even if you don't have any rain for months, well, weeks, well, a few days, well, it's been a few weeks I think probably, it can be a bit on the muddy side, as you can see. I don't really fancy that though, going through that. Oh, not too bad. Something buzzing me. Not been bit yet, touch wood. Caught an horsefly before, just before it was about to suck my blood. Talking of blood-sucking creatures. Now then, I'm thinking this is it. I'm hoping this is it. What does that say there? Oh, that says no entry. According to this, we've gone past it. That's the way we would have gone up that way. We should have been coming back that way, this way. Now, this has got to be a path. Oh, it's just, yeah, it's not, it doesn't say no entry, does it? What's it say? No unauthorised vehicles beyond this point. So, hey? Yeah. Is this that family that was walking down the banking going to Potterham? We saw a family going the opposite direction. I didn't have my camera on. And there's the dad, I think it might be actually, the dad and the mum, sorry, the dad and the lad, they were right at the back, the mum and two little girls at the front. And she turned round and said something to the dad and waved her arms as if to say, don't wee there, because I think either lad or dad would go have a wee. But obviously they didn't do, because they saw us. I'm sure this is them. Oh, what have I done here? Yeah, so that was the family. They went to Potterham for some lunch. They come in the car, they parked up at near Hunter's Yard, I think he said. So, you can see in the distance over there, Christine, well you can't, because you can't see above the reeds.
Oh, that roof?
No, well, no. All the riverside properties down there.
Oh, right.
But it still looks a fair distance away.
That's not too far.
So what did they say, about half an hour to here?
Yeah,
That's not too bad.
the most, I think. I was looking at the roof, is that
That building?
yeah, that you said,
Yeah.
the tower thing?
So I'm guessing that we have to go over that little bridge there, Mrs. Back to the river, turn left, all the way down to Potterham. Simples. River's higher, is it? So at high tide, some of the properties and the path behind it, it floods quite a bit. And me and Christine was having a quick look. You'll see that in a moment. We were just having a quick look to see if we could see whereabouts it come in. But it probably comes in because underneath all the buildings there's water. As was pointed out to us by a rather, well, I didn't like his attitude. I walked off because I can't be doing with people like that who talk down to you. We might be stupid, but don't talk to me like I'm stupid. I don't like that.
Wouldn't dare rain on you. And walk away. No. No. come to say hello? Yeah. Have you? No. You want to cuddle? Do you? Come on then.
Nutley. The high tide. This weren't like this when we came up. So, it's really deep as well. Well, it's got to come off the river, that, somewhere.
I don't worry about it.
Is it into here?
Let's have your shoes, don't you?
Yeah. Mm.
Oh yeah. It's flowing.
Tide's coming in.
Hiya.
I think he thought we was casing the joint or something.
Hmm?
I think he thought we was casing the joint. Yes, all these properties have water under them, don't you know? Keep off the new topsoil. Twenty to 3, back at base. Siesta time. Still got a can in the fridge. I don't know, I mentioned it this morning, early on, that I opened force of habit as soon as I got into the apartment last night. 2 mouthfuls, and didn't want it. I think I was overflowing. So I've messaged Terry and Sue telling them take it easy with me. I need a bit of liver transplant the way I'm going.
Well, that's it for day 3. Well, that's all the footage I can find. Now, whether this was some of the lost footage, or maybe I didn't record anything after that. It seems a little bit strange though, because with it only been 3 o'clock in the afternoon, I would have gone for a walk after our evening meal. Yeah, so probably this is one of the ones that I didn't transfer properly over. Anyway, so that's it. And tomorrow, well, I go for a short walk to check out the path to make sure it's okay. Find that it's not okay, but decide not to tell Christine, but I needn't have worried. It was far worse when we actually did it. And yeah, so thanks for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow. And don't forget to subscribe. It does help the channel and it doesn't cost you a penny.